Right, okay. Most of us know Diwali is celebrated is celebrated as a festival of lights, but in general it is celebrated as the victory of, truthfulness over evil. This is when an ancient king, Ram, came home after 14 years of exile. But when he came home, there were thousands and thousands of lights lit for his welcome, and that is why it is known as the Festival of Lights. And hence why we gather here today to have a wonderful evening together, celebrate Diwali, and also enlighten ourselves with our seniors talking about Diwali being the light, hope, and happiness in our lives. So to start the program, we are going to start with a greetings video from our very senior Sister Jayanti. Sister Jayanti is the additional chief of the Brahma Kumaris, and of the many times I've met her, I should say she's a very wonderful, humble person. We've known her for many years, but as she's grown through the years, but there's one thing that I always notice about her. She's very humble and down to earth. No matter whatever she does, she always says, it's God, it's Baba who makes us do it. She never takes the credit of anything she does. So hereby we start with greetings from Sister Jayanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. In a world of darkness, we still treasure in our hearts the hope that there can be a world of peace, a world of light, of truth and love and joy. Somehow, even though there's darkness and more darkness, yet still this flame of hope is flickering in our hearts. And this is our hope for the future. Well, this celebration of Deepavali can actually be a time when it's not just a hope for the future, but it's actually something I do that gives me the confidence that yes, the future can be truly a bright one. The world of Satyug means the world of truth, the age of truth. And after a period of darkness, of course, the day has to come. A world of light is just ahead of us. And I just need to be able to open my third eye and see it. And if I allow my own third eye to open, which doesn't mean surgery or any type of operation, it simply means an awakening of the spirit. When I awaken within and this light starts shining, then in that awareness of my own true spiritual identity, and seeing everybody else also as lights that shine, souls that are aware and awakened. If I see others with that vision of one family, one brotherhood, one sisterhood, under the parenthood of one Supreme, then all of us together can bring light into this world. You don't have to sweep out the darkness. You don't have to fight the darkness. All you have to do this Diwali is light this light inside. And with the enlightenment that spirituality brings and God's love is able to bring to us, we're able to be those lights that actually bring about the day. Just think about the vast contrast of night and day. And all it takes is one light. And from one light, there can be many, many other lights that are lit, so that then together we are able to transform this world. I believe that that's all it takes, that awareness of who we are, enlightened souls, awareness of the divine, the supreme being of light, and together with this awareness, truly we can bring about the day. So I hope that this Diwali brings that awareness and we move forward together with that joy and that love and harmony. Om Shanti.
Very lovely message. As Sister Jayanti mentions, Diwali is a celebration of lights, and not just external lights. What she meant was our internal lights. And I think with all the situation going around in the world at the moment, if somebody needs something, it is light, enlightenment, just good wishes, good vibes for everyone. And having that said, culturally on Diwali, people do lots of puja and lots of traditions at home. We invoke the goddesses amidst us, the goddess of prosperity, purity, wealth, and knowledge, namely the goddess Lakshmi, who is well known for her wealth, Saraswati, who is known for knowledge and wisdom, and we also invoke Ma Durga. So I think this is a good way to celebrate our culture, our inner virtues, and to present this, we have a small performance by Janie. She is going to show us a little glimpse of the spirit of the goddesses. Thank you.
सुमनसवन्दित सुन्दरि माधवि चन्द्र सहोदरि हेममयि मुनिगणवन्दित मोक्षप्रदायिनि मञ्जुळभाषिणि वेदनुते पङ्कजवासिनि देवसुपूजित सद्गुणवर्षिणि शान्तियुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनि आदिलक्ष्मि जय पालय माम् ऐकलिकल्मषनाशिनि कामिनि वैदिकरूपिणि वेदमये क्षीरसमुद्भव मङ्गलरूपिणि मन्त्रनिवासिनि मन्त्रनुते मङ्गलदायिनि अम्बुजवासिनि देवगणाश्रितपादयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनि धान्यलक्ष्मि जय पालय माम् ऐगिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमेधिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्द्यशिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्धरघर्षिणि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि कील्विषमोषिणि घोषरते धनुजनिरोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते वीणा पुस्तकधारिणी वरवीणा पुस्तकधारिणी वाणी मङ्गलकारिणी सदूलराणी योगविचारिणी भवती विद्यां देहि तीर्त्सवे ज्ञानार्ति भवितकुवासट नीवे बासरवासिनि वीणा पुस्तकधारिणी वरवीणा पुस्तकधारिणी
Thank you, Sister Janie. That was a really lovely dance. And as you all have witnessed, you know, the different postures and poses she's done, each of them have significance to show what speciality the goddess holds. And I think that was a wonderful performance. And I hope with tonight's performance and today's wisdom shared by Sister Nidhi, we will be able to take back some light with us. So I hereby call upon Sister Nidhi, who's been serving the Wembley Centre and many other centres for a long time now. And her patience, her resilience, there's lots I can say about. I'm not going to say much because that will take up all of the evening. But hereby invite Sister Nidhi to share some words of wisdom. Thank you.
No, now better. Okay. So I was wishing everybody a warm welcome, happy Diwali, and to the online viewers as well. So coming back to the meaning of Diwali, you saw the beautiful dance that Sister Jenny did mention, display and demonstrated, and she had, I'm not sure if all of us understood the language, but we understood the expression, right? And in that expression, the expression was about courage. The expression was about humility. The expression was about love. The expression was about abundance, right? And not just in Hinduism, but across Jainism, Sikhism, and even Buddhism. Today's day is very special, right? And why is it so? Because every religion, they are celebrating this day as a day of enlightenment. In Hinduism, they celebrate this day because Sri Rama had a marvelous victory over Ravan, and he was coming back after 14 years of exile. And it was a no moon day, so the whole of the country lit lamps to welcome him, right? To celebrate the victory over righteousness, the victory of truth over falsehood, over evil. But in Jainism, they celebrate this day because the Lord Mahavir got enlightened on this day. The inner light got lit on this day. The light of self-realization, the light of who I am, right? In Sikhism, again, there are very young spiritual guru. His name was Guru Har Gobind Singh Ji. And he was actually captured by some negative forces. But on this day, because of his patience, his love, and his own spiritual endeavor, it was this day that he was being released and he came back to his people. So every religion, there is some kind of resemblance where they are coming back to their truth, they're coming back to their people, they're getting connected back to their roots. And in Buddhism, they celebrate this day because there was a great king called Ashoka. I don't know if you know him, right? He converted to become a Buddhist on this very day. Again, inner enlightenment. So my question to you is, if everybody is getting enlightened within, what's happening with me? If I go within myself and I just take some time out to ask myself a question, that how much light have I lit within myself? What would the answer be? Is my inner light always lit, or it keeps flickering, or sometimes there's storm and there's winds and it's just dispelled and then I have to relit it again? What's happening inside? Where do I stand in this journey of life? What the answer would be? Take a moment to ask yourself this question. And then if the answer is that I need to pay a little bit more attention so that that inner light always stays lit, how do I do that? That's the big question, no? It's very nice. It's good to ears. It's good. It sounds good when we say, "Oh, the inner light should be lit all the time." Situations, people, behavior, and different things that are around me, maybe work, maybe relationships, maybe something that just happened, things politically, religiously, many things, right? Am I still able to hold my dignity, or that gets fluctuated? And if it gets fluctuated, Diwali, I think, is a beautiful festival which is not celebrated one day, but it's celebrated over 5 days. And what happens even prior to those 5 days? The prep work to celebrate those 5 days. Normally, what do people do? Like we do spring cleaning. Before Diwali, every corner of the house gets cleaned. There is hours and hours of hard work put to clean, every little corner. How many of you have done that in your houses this time? Yeah, there are a few hands, right? That's gone up. Maybe 10 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, more. 24 hours, 36 hours. Sometimes we do it in patches, like today 4 hours and tomorrow 4 hours and, things like that. So just to celebrate one festival, if I'm investing that many hours, how many minutes, I'm not saying even hours, saying how many minutes on a daily basis do I invest to celebrate a festival called life? My life. How much do I invest? Do I really care about it? Do I think it's important to invest time for myself and celebrate my life? Because every day, even if I give 10 minutes, investing that time, 10 minutes every day, my life's going to be very different just within few days. Isn't it? If I invest 1 hour cleaning, what happens to that portion of the house? Looks clean, huh? Looks different, right? So if I'm going to invest that time for myself, wouldn't I look different? Wouldn't I be different? Wouldn't I feel different? And if I feel different, I feel cleaned inside. It's very important. It's very important on a daily basis to clean my heart. Dadi Janki used to always say, clean your chit. You know what is chit? Chit is a part of your subconscious. So that throughout the day, there are so many memories that I'm storing, so many impressions. No? Like you came here, you're seeing this, there's an impression. You go out, you see something, there's an impression. You hear something. All our sense organs give us a lot of impressions. And sometimes those impressions become strong and we may relive them. They become experiences. They may become one kind of, sometimes you go on an autoplay mode when you're just by yourself. You start thinking and autoplaying things of your life, scenes of your life. You overthink. They might be of past, they might be of future, they might be what you want in life. You just go and replay them, right? There's so much that I'm storing on a daily basis. Is everything important? How much of that is really, really important? How much? How many percentage? Would you say 80% is important? No. Sorry, other way around. 80% is not important. And imagine every day I am having 80% of unwanted, unnecessary, unimportant things stored within my brain, my memory, my heart. And then my mind becomes very preoccupied. Do you think so? Yes. And then we have a lot of feeling of darkness inside us. How many of you have experienced that? And when I say feeling of darkness, I mean feeling of anxiety, feeling of sadness, feeling that take away my light. It could be stress. It could be just I don't feel like doing anything. It's not my day today. It could be hopelessness. It could be loneliness. It could be just overthinking and feeling low. Do we feel all that? Or even the feeling of being overwhelmed, right? Now, which light will dispel all this? Which light? Do you think these lights, that little lamps, are going to dispel all that within me? Not really. It needs the light of awareness. Awareness of who I am, who I truly am. And I think everybody in this room knows the spiritual significance of who I am, don't you? Not this body, but the energy within this body. I, the master. And when I focus and try and stabilize myself in that stage, you see the little flame in front of you all? When it's steady, it shines, right? So when I am stable here, I'm steady here, I'll definitely shine. And what I mean by shine, I'll feel peaceful, I'll feel happy, I feel joyful, and I feel powerful in such a way that there is no influence of darkness in this present moment. There is no influence of sadness. There is no influence of other people's opinion. There is no influence of my own feelings, which is very hard. Because I am feeling like this, what can I do? It's only I who can do. Nobody else can do for me. So to detach myself from that feeling of darkness is very important. Very, very important. So the more I stabilize myself in being soul conscious, there's another thing that happens is I connect myself to the source. Very easy. Because I'm returning back to my roots. I'm returning back to my originality. I'm returning back to my truth in that very moment. So it's very easy for me to connect to the Supreme, the Divine Source, the powerhouse. And when there is that connection, just exactly what happened right now, the connection of the mic went, it wasn't effective. When the connection came back, battery charged, it's effective. Similarly in life, when my battery, the soul's battery is lit, is charged, it's going to be a different impact, a very positive impact. The aura around me, it's going to be peaceful, positive, and joyful. Don't you think so? Right? And then there is celebration. And then there are fireworks. It's beauty, no? It's beauty. So my life is not just celebratory, but along with it, it's beautiful. I feel like living. How many people out there are now feeling hopeless? They feel life is very hard. Life is difficult. Have you met any of them? Right? Can we reverse the equation? Can we say there's nothing better than living a life? Possible? Possible? It is possible. But I have to take the ownership. How many of you are ready to take the ownership? How many of you are ready to return to your originality, to the truth? Life's going to take over. But how many of you choose not allowing it to take over and stay in your self-respect and enjoy life the way it is meant to be enjoyed? Rather than being subservient to the call of life, can I be the master and be victorious within so that I choose my responses to whatever life throws at me? Possible? Are you convinced? Sounds good. This sounds good. But how do I really do? So the first thing is I have to invest time for myself. Quality time for myself. And what do I mean by quality time? It's not that I go out for a walk. It's not that I read a book. It's not that I listen to some guided meditation and sit and meditate. That's not quality time. That's positive time. There's a difference. Me time is time with myself, where there is no other dependencies. If I'm listening to something very positive, I'm still dependent on other people's thoughts. Do you agree? Right? If I'm watching something, I'm still dependent on other people's thought process. If I'm going in nature, I'm still taking something from the 5 elements. I'm still in the company of someone or something or even gadgets. But can I just park myself somewhere away from everything, become truly independent and face myself? And then I'll start knowing the character that I'm playing. And then when I start knowing my fears, my strengths, my weaknesses, I then realize that this is just a role, this is just a character that I'm playing. And then I can step back. I can detach myself from this role. And then what is left is who I am. Because I'm not even in the influence of the role that I am playing. I go beyond being Nidhi. Right? That's where I experience true soul consciousness. And once we start experiencing that soul conscious stage, I dive deep into my own resources, my own virtues, my own powers, and then of course connecting to the source. Right? So that will allow not only to clean, but to also let go. Letting go is difficult, isn't it? Everybody who's done cleaning, you must have found something which you have not used for years. And they're like, this is here, I was looking for it for so many days, right? But is it, you knew that you have not used it for 2 years, but when you found it, was it easy to let go? There was a second thought, let me keep it in a safe place so that next time when I need it, I can use it. So it's so hard not just to let go of material things, but also my memories. Some memories which are not adding any value to my life. Some memories that might bring me down. Some memories that might ruin my present. But I have a habit. I've created a pattern of reliving it again and again. I have to let it go because it has no purpose in my life anymore. Right? That's what Diwali teaches us. So once I clear, clean, I let go, I create space. And when I create space, in that space, there is clarity. And in that clarity, I see my own reflection. Right? And once I have done that, life becomes easy. Life becomes simple. All the complications, they just dissolve. Because I'm not adding to those complications, no? I'm simplifying everything inside me. So more simplified inner world, it will reflect in the outer world. Okay? So let's take a moment. I would request everybody who's sitting behind to come in one of the circles so that we can have a little candlelight Diwali meditation together. So could you all please step in front and come in the little chairs wherever you see there is a gap. Yeah, you can come and just observe the flame that's there in front of you. And I'll take you through a little guided meditation. You can have those lights off. Yeah, those lights off. Yeah. Yeah. And all those who are watching online, I'm sure it's Diwali time. Many of you might have a candle or a diya. So if you can lit it up and just keep it in front of you. And in this time, right now, as I observe the flame, I just allow myself to settle down in this present moment. Let go of all the happenings of the day and allow myself to be with me for a few minutes. As I observe the light, I try and see its reflection right in the middle of my forehead. I, the soul, am the living light. I see myself as a living light, radiating. As I observe myself, I experience that I, the light, I am so stable and calm. I radiate vibrations of love, vibrations of truth. No matter what happens throughout my journey of life, every day, I make sure that this inner lit its glow and the flame is always radiating. It's okay if it flickers, but I connect to the Supreme Light and protect my own light. Divine energy being my backbone, being my companion, and experiencing the company of the Supreme Benevolent Being. I can experience how fortunate I am. In this moment, as I visualize the Supreme Light, as I visualize the rays and as I feel absorbing those rays, as I feel that those rays are penetrating deep within me, I feel the power, I feel the strength, I, the soul, the living light, as I observe myself again, I can see that I'm glowing even more. There is divinity within that glow, power of truth, the power of supreme love. Empowers me, makes me feel stronger. Strong enough to become victorious over my own fears. Strong enough to face myself. Strong enough to stay stable in the midst of everything that's happening around me. I celebrate my own life with the divine love that I experience from the Supreme Being, the Supreme Light. Om Shanti. How does that make you feel? You can see smiles at that corner of the room. Yeah. Right? So can we invest this much time every day for ourselves and then see how our life gets lit up? Thank you and have a wonderful celebratory week and a very, very happy new year to each and every one. Shanti.
Om Shanti. I would like to thank you, Nidhi Ben, for such beautiful words. And I should say thank you for a strategy. Because here I see a strategy where our ancestors have always celebrated Diwali. And it kind of falls in a sequence, like first you do the deep cleaning, then you decorate the house, then you pray, you invoke the goddesses. And I see this as a flow of what our ancestors thought should happen. And looking at myself, I think that's a good way to clean the house, but in real, it's time to clean ourselves. And I think even if it's small things like letting go of a grudge, call a relative you've not called in a long time, speaking to your colleagues, letting go of an issue that's happened, an act of kindness, carefreeness, just feeling of hope and lighting somebody's life, it is all part of cleansing. And after that comes you invoking the divinity within us. So with that, I would like to reflect on what Sister Nidhi said, to take out time for yourself, not just positive time, quality time. To take time to sit and reflect, what am I here for? What should my life be? How can I make my life better, worthwhile for other people? Then comes the celebrations, the fireworks, the mithais, and all the lovely food we have. So then comes the festivities. And to take this evening forward, I would like to hereby call Sister Riddhi, who's going to present a lovely dance for us so that we can celebrate this festival together. I welcome Sister Nidhi.
आज की ये रात करे दूर अंधेरा, दीप जले ऐसे लगे जैसे सवेरा।
प्यार की सौगातें हूँ, तारों की बारातें हूँ,
दूरी की नवातें हो, बस मुलाकातें हो,
सबको यही देती संदेशा। दीपावली गली गली बन के खुशी छाई रे, रोशनी की चादर ओढ़े दीपावली आई रे। दीपावली गली गली बन के खुशी छाई रे, रोशनी की चादर ओढ़े दीपावली आई रे।
हाथों में लेकर पूजा की थाली, लक्ष्मी जी की आरती उतारे।
माथे पे अपने तिलक लगाए, आज अपने भाग हम सवारे।
हमसे धन की देवी रूठे ना कभी,
दूर सुख चैन की टूटे ना कभी।
सबको यही देती संदेशा। दीदी अली घरे घरे माँ खुशी से माते जी, चतुर्थी के आलो घरे दीदी अली आशे।
ए दिवाली चारे पासे बढ़ के खुशी छाई वे, रोशनी दे रंग लगे दिवाली आई वे। हो, 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 हो।
Thank you, Riddhi. That was a wonderful dance. Did you all enjoy the dance? Yes? Okay. Now I call upon the main chief coordinator of Inner Space Wembley, Dakshaben. Probably most of you already know her, but again, I should say, when I came to the UK, Dakshaben was the first person I met from the Brahma Kumaris, and the way she held my hand at that time, I'm still here today. I've gone through many different centers, many different sisters. You hold a special place in my heart and in Baba's heart as well. So I hereby call upon Dakshaben to give her greetings for Diwali. Thank you.
Good evening and a very warm, happy Diwali. And for many of you, it's probably also the Happy New Year today. So wish you a Happy New Year. And as in Gujarati and Hindi would say, Nutan Varsha Abhinandan. Is that mic working? Okay. Good. Happy Diwali, especially to you. And Om Shanti. This morning we had about 30 school children, primary school children. It's a project that we're running called Young Ambassadors for Peace. Started a few months ago, and it's a year-long project, and it's like a committed contribution from children to study about peace and practice that at their school and their home. So that's why you see all these set up, and we said we want to keep the same setup for you as well. So peace. If you notice when you walked in, each of these blocks that you're sitting around has a letter there. So as is the theme for our evening today, what is the theme besides Diwali? Has anybody read the leaflet? Yes, Harsha? That says peace, okay? So what is Diwali about? As Sister Nidhi has shared very beautifully and took us through a lovely reflection. So it's about hope, it's about light, it's about peace, it's about happiness, it's about all of these beautiful things. So this thing about light is celebrated and remembered in various faiths and various backgrounds in different ways. And we use these occasions like Diwali or Christmas or New Year to be happy, to come together, to have a different aim and purpose in life. But what if we did that all the time? What if we did that every day? And so it shouldn't be that just during the festivals we feel happy and we're able to let go and we're able to be kind and nice and smile. But let's take this time and moment to say to ourselves that I'm able to do that all the time. And as Sister mentioned, that before any of these festivals, there's kind of sort of spring cleaning that happens. So first, to be able to celebrate all the time, we need to continuously have the spring cleaning here. And you know, with what's happening in the world today, just a few days ago, I was sharing that any of us can go anytime, right? So what do I want to go with? How do I want people to remember me? And what should be my final thought? Should it be of regret? Should it be of I should have done this or I shouldn't have done this? Should it be of, who I have to look after, what will happen to them? Or would you like it to be something full of contentment, that yes, I've led my life as I would have wanted to, with all the best possibilities around me. I did what I could do. So let's prepare all the time that we should not leave with a regret. Yeah. As I said, this morning was a beautiful occasion here. Halfway through, I had to go somewhere because somebody was in our contact, another BK person. She's not here, she's in Mumbai, but her son was critically ill, and they were told that it could be last minute, last moments. So I rushed there halfway through the program, and he did pass away. And he looked very content in many ways, and it was very peaceful. But the persons, few of the people who were connected to him, especially his ex-partners, etc., and friends, some of them saying that some were very happy. One or two of them was saying, I really did bad things. And as they saw him leaving, they were seeing the regret of the mistakes they have done. So we're just saying, well, okay, it happened, but now what are you going to do? But why should we allow ourselves to come to that stage where there will be regret? So check every day, cleaning every day, and empowering every day. Sometimes we clean, but if we don't put the right thing there, what happens? That empty space. I was just seeing in our storeroom that we had made a space for handbags for the mothers who come, but something else is there. And so we can't put handbags there because something else has already been there. And I'm saying, no, this is not the right place. And I should make sure that the moment I get time, I should change that. See, our mind's a bit like that. If I leave it empty, anything can come into it. So it's not just about cleansing, but it's also about making it very, very positive. So I wish you all a very, very happy Diwali. And it's again, in a little while there'll be Christmas and there'll be New Year. So always all these festivals are coming to remind us of how we are preparing and are we leading our life very purposefully. But I would again remind you not to just share this during occasions, not to just feel this, but let me feel that every day. In our advanced teachings, that's what we are constantly reminded, that each second, each day of your life is worth diamonds. But am I leading? Am I using my time in such a worthwhile way that I can say, yes, like my life is like a diamond? Human life is always considered to be diamonds in various philosophies. But question to ask ourselves. And even if we haven't been, time to change. And it doesn't matter, we shouldn't think that, 30 years I passed, 40 years I didn't do anything, or 50 years I didn't do anything. But even in a short time, we can catch speed and make up for all the things, all the years that we had lost. Yeah. So again, beautiful to see all of you, and have a wonderful year ahead. And we hope to see you soon. So we'll finish with a few moments of silence, and then Nikita will make some announcements.
Thank you, Dakshaben, for the wonderful words. Again, one thing I really pick up from your words today is continued progress. There's no use doing something just on a festival or just as a one-off. It has to be continuous. Right, taking the evening forward, I've got a few announcements to make now. Saturday next week, on Saturday next week here at Inner Space, we have, or actually this week, Saturday, sorry, we have another talk the topic is Patience Brings Power. You're all welcome to come and attend. And on Saturday, the 18th of November, sorry, actually, Patience Brings Power is on Tuesday next week. Saturday this week, there's an in-house event, and the talk is about stress-free living. Other announcements is you're welcome to come and meditate, visit our quiet room at any time between Monday to Saturday. The center is open between 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we run an in-house and an online reflective meditation session every Monday and Thursday. It's a 30-minute meditation session between 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. And now we will all be blessed by some toli, some sweets, some Diwali sweets to end the celebration. And there's also calendars available, but I would request everyone, if possible, to take one calendar per family, just so that we can send them out to more families. Thank you. Om Shanti. I'm sorry. I also want to thank all the online viewers. Sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier. Happy Diwali. Wishing you all a happy, safe, and a lovely new year, and continued progress for the year. Thank you. Om Shanti.